Welcome to my report, EastMojo's daily news bulletin. I'm Simran Bajaj and I'll be giving you updates from east and northeast of India. We are being joined by our state correspondents. We have Chandan Pandey from Tripura, Mangamla Salikapai from Manipur, Princess Giri Rachi from Meghalaya, and I'll be giving you updates from Assam. So let's first go to Meghalaya and get the updates from Princess. So Princess, what do we have new in terms of COVID from the state?
Hi, good evening, Simran. The updates that we have from Meghalaya is that, after May 18th, which we were fortunately a COVID-free state, but unfortunately, just yesterday evening itself, we had recorded a fresh case, and it is one of the returnees, who had returned back to the state and is from Garo Hills. So at present, the patient is under quarantine, under institutional quarantine. And the updates that have taken place today. Today was the first day of the reassembled budget session of the Meghalaya Legislative Assembly, which took place. And what had happened during the discussion that had taken place in the assembly is that what was quite surprising is we have, senior Congress leader MLA Charles Punro, who had raised discussions and said that earlier what was deducted was 10% from the MLA's salary. So he felt that that was not enough, and it was only an amount of 6,000 from his salary. So he said that 50% should be deducted from all the MLAs, from all the 60 MLAs of the Meghalaya Legislative Assembly. A 50% salary cut should be there in order that they can help contribute to the state's to the contribution for the state to fight this COVID-19 crisis. And apart from that, the state government has also decided as a financial grant to give Conrad, Chief Minister of Meghalaya, Conrad K. Sangma, has informed that an amount of rupees 5,000 will be given as a one financial grant to active community quarantine centers. And they are, when we mean by active, should mean that there are people who are under quarantine in those quarantine centers, and that it's functional, it's active. That's what it basically means. So 5,000 will be allotted to each and every community quarantine centers which are active in the state. That was decided today by the state government, as informed by Sangma himself. Now, these were a few developments that have taken place. Now, while I was speaking to you, I'll just give you the updates of the numbers that we have, like every day as COVID-19 update that we have. The samples that have been sent for testing till today is 3,354, and the samples have been tested negative are 3,158. And the state is awaiting for 182 results of 182 samples. Apart from that, the total figure, the total tally of Meghalaya's COVID-19 cases is 14, which included the death of late Dr. Silo. So these are the few updates that are taking place in Meghalaya.
Okay, thank you so much for that update, Princess. Now I'll be heading to the neighboring state of Meghalaya, that is Assam, and I'll be giving it. So after reporting 42 cases in a day yesterday, good news from Assam, as 7 patients, including GMCH Dr. Likitesh Das, who had tested positive for COVID, have been discharged. The state currently has 157. It has reported 157 cases, of which 102 are active cases. 48 people have been cured and discharged. Assam has reported 4 deaths, and 3 people have migrated to other states. Also, there were earlier today, 3 people had escaped from Hojai's quarantine center, but with the help of Nalbari police and Hojai police, these 3 persons, who were COVID patients, have been apprehended, and relevant actions will be taken against them. Also, 2 hospitals in the state, in and around Guwahati, that is Sonapur Civil Hospital and Kala Pahar Hospital, have been asked to remain on standby to accommodate more COVID patients if the state witnesses a big surge. And today, the state finance and health minister, Dr. Himanta Biswa Sharma, visited both the hospitals and had a word with the administration to ramp up preparations so that they can accommodate patients as and when needed. That's all from Assam for the day. Now, there is a national news today. There's a big relief for all those people who didn't fall in the migrant workers category or in the stranded students category. So, Union Minister of Civil Aviation, Hardeep Singh Puri, in a tweet announced that domestic civil aviation operations will recommence in a calibrated manner from Monday, 25th May 2020. So, effective from Monday, people stranded in different parts of the country can return back home. There are people who have been stranded for months now after the first phase of lockdown was announced, effective from March 25th. Now, the minister has asked all airports and air carriers to be ready for operations from Monday, May 25th, and a SOP for passenger movement will be issued shortly. That's what the minister said. Now, let's get back to the northeastern states and let's head to Manipur. So, Sally, can you give us updates from the state?
Yes, good evening, Simran. There is a news coming in from the local news channel that unfortunately there are 11 new cases that has been detected today. So if the news is true, that means the state will have an active cases of 18 patients. And that means in a total we will have 20 because the first two patients have already been cured and discharged from the hospital. But not yet official confirmation is being coming out from the state government. But likely the news as per the regional local channel which has been telecast just a while ago, it says that 11 new cases, 10 cases is from the Churachandpur district and 1 is from Imphal East. That's the latest news report when it comes to COVID-19 in our state. One good news is yesterday, JNIM's director, Dr. T.H. Pimon Singh, had said that 3 of the COVID patients which has been treated at the JNIM's COVID center, they are like totally free from the symptoms. So likely they would be recovered from the COVID-19 soon. So this is the latest report from our side. But as I mentioned again, this 11 new cases, there is no official statement yet. So we will be waiting for this.
Okay, thank you so much for that update, Sally. Now let's head to Tripura. What are the COVID rates from Tripura, Chandan?
Yeah, thank you, Simran. Yeah, as we know, Tripura has reported more than 173 COVID positive case. But some good news coming in from the state today is that more 17 patients who were from the BSF battalion have been discharged today. So right now in our state, we have very less number of positive cases, and the number of cases which is increasing is very less in compared to the number of patients being discharged. Today 17 patients were discharged, while yesterday we got 4 new cases, and all of them are civilians who had returned from Chennai in a Shramik special train. These 4 patients belong to 3 districts of Tripura, and some more thing that we have got from the minister, we got to know that Tripura has a good recovery rate, which is 68.83 in compared to the national, which is 39%. It also stands at the top level in the northeastern region, since the number of tests that the Tripura government is conducting every day is highest in the region and 5th highest in India. So this is something which is coming from our state, and this is a good thing that the positive cases which was being reported from a single battalion every day, now the number has stopped coming from the PSF battalion. However, there is a risk since people are returning back to the state. 3 trains has already returned. 3 trains with around 5,000 people have come to Tripura, while 3 more trains, one from Karnataka, one from Chennai, and the other from Mumbai, will reach tomorrow. So we have to wait. And the thing is that the government is doing random testing. And from that random testing, we got 4 positive cases. Now we don't know if we have missed somebody who is asymptomatic but has the virus in them. So this is something the government is concerned about. A meeting is being held by the Chief Minister to prepare how they can increase the number of random testing. Simran.
Okay, thanks for that update, Chandan. Chandan, you said that there was a committee that has come down to the state to establish the source of infection among the BSF battalion. Is there any update on that?
Yes. Sadly, there is no update as of now because, as I mentioned yesterday, the committee is investigating. They have been deployed here for until there are any further notice from the Ministry of Health Affairs, which means they will stay here for quite a long time since the number is large, more than 160 cases from a single battalion. They are trying to trace the source, and some of the medical officials who didn't wish to quote themselves, they said that maybe the person who was the source of the virus has now recovered. So this is something now they have to look after. Who was that person? Who were those Jawans who returned to the BSF camp prior to the lockdown? So this is something we have to wait for the committee to submit their report.
Okay, thank you for that update. Is there any update on stranded people? How many stranded people have reached today or likely to reach this week in the state?
So far, no train has reached today, but a train from Agartala has left for Gaya, that is in Bihar, with migrant laborers who are working in Tripura's bricklayer industry. They have left for Gaya, and the train will reach there day after tomorrow. And two trains from, as I just mentioned, from Mumbai, Tamil Nadu, and Chennai, three trains in fact, will come here tomorrow. But there are also some reports coming that since we know the super cyclone Arfan is going to hit, has made an impact in the West Bengal and northeastern parts. So the train might have changed its route towards the central line. So this is something. There will be a press conference shortly by the education minister. He will brief us about the incoming of the trains. So I have to wait for that. Maybe we can update that in our stories later.
Okay, thank you for that update, Chandan. Now talking about stranded people, let's go back to Sally from Manipur and find out the status of stranded people who have returned or have left from the state. Sally?
Yes, Simran, so far the state evacuations initiated by the state government by train, we have received around 6 trains which has been arrived in our state, the latest being from the Vijayawada from Andhra Pradesh today itself. But another train is already on the way from Hyderabad, which was flagged off from Hyderabad. So this would be the second train coming from Hyderabad. Now, what I wanted to mention on this is, on this specific train which is on the way from Hyderabad, which was flagged off yesterday, the actual capacity for the train is supposed to be 1,200 people, 1,200 passengers. But according to the list that has, actually the final list that came out, it was actually 1,647 passengers. Now, I tried to reach out a couple of the passengers, and what's shocking news is that the passengers are not getting a proper meal. So yesterday, when I called one of the passengers told me that the actual authorities are providing a meal, which is like this morning a lunch is like 1 bottle and a bucket of chips, which will cost ₹5. So those are the specific meal they are receiving. So they're not having a proper meal in a day, in fact. So this is not a problem, but the train will be arriving tomorrow. And this is the reason why, the passengers are they're having problem when it comes to having a proper meal. But other than that, they're happy that they'll be reaching home soon, which will be reaching home tomorrow, planes. But from Delhi, the state Delhi returning officer have already announced today that the first phase of train from Delhi would be flagged off on the 25th of May. So this would be the first train. But last time, as per the report, more than 20,000 which has been stranded in Delhi have already registered themselves that they wanted to come home. So if all the 20,000, if the state is if the state will accommodate all the 20,000 stranded persons from the state, which means at least 14 to 15 trains would be required. This is the latest report when it comes to the evacuation from the state.
Thank you so much for that update, Sally. Now, in other news, the Prime Minister today was interacted with Ayushman Bharat beneficiaries. And Pooja Thapa from Meghalaya happens to be the 1 croreth beneficiary. And the Prime Minister had a word with her. Let's go to Princess to find out what was the conversation about.
Absolutely, it was a very pleasant conversation that, early morning that we could hear today, the Prime Minister Narendra Modi calling, and that also it's from Meghalaya, the 1 croreth beneficiary of this Ayushman Bharat, which gives help to people, help in financially meeting up with the medical treatment. So the conversation that we listened today, which an audio clip was released by the Prime Minister Narendra Modi himself on his Twitter page, which was he had telephoned her and asked her that how are you doing today. So she was like, I'm doing well, and she had informed that she had a surgery yesterday, and it was surgery for kidney stone that she was suffering from, and she had informed that she had 2 children, and her husband is in the army, who is now posted in Manipur. So because of the lockdown and this COVID-19 crisis, so she had to go through all alone. Though now talking about the health, she was thanking the Prime Minister for such a scheme. That with this scheme, she found it was a saving grace for her, because of this scheme that she has been able to undergo through a surgery, and without having to shell out anything from her pocket, because everything was taken care under the scheme itself. So notice that the Prime Minister himself had informed that normally he would always go to all the beneficiaries, like every year, like he would visit them and follow up on them to check on them, how's their situation, what's their status, how are they feeling, how did the surgery go through, and get their feedback if there was any feedback that was things that need to be worked out on the scheme. So the same way he had asked for her suggestion, if she had any suggestion about the scheme. So she was like, I don't have any suggestion. In fact, I'm only thankful that such a scheme has been brought up. So normally, because of the COVID-19 situation, the crisis, hence the Prime Minister, hence the Prime Minister chose to telephone her, give her a phone call, because he's not able to visit. So he just informed that I'd gone through all the looking at the list. So we have seen that after 2 years of the startup, the Ayushman Bharat now has reached one crore mark. So this was the conversation, and he also wished her a speedy recovery. So this is what had happened today.
Okay, Princess, thank you for the update. That's in fact delightful that Prime Minister had a telephonic conversation with her and got to the ground levels to find out what is working in the scheme and what is not. And apart from that, there's another news from the center that CBSE had released its examination schedule for class 10th and 12th board exam students. Now, the exams are from 1st July to 15th July, and for those students who are appearing, the center has written to all the states that they be given exemption from lockdown regulations. However, they have to follow certain rules and regulations, certain protocols. That is, wearing of face mask and maintenance of social distancing is mandatory. However, no exam center can be in a containment zone. Also, the state has to ensure that special buses are arranged for transportation of students to the exam center for the examinations. And yeah, so that's about that. That's the update from the center on students who could not complete their board examinations this year due to the sudden outbreak of the pandemic. So that's all. I would like to thank all our viewers for watching us, and please log on to www.eastmojo.com and follow us there and subscribe to us. There you can also write to us. You can also write to us at editor@eastmojo.com. And thank you so much for watching. Please stay tuned with us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube. That'll be all. This is Simran Bajaj signing off.